What happens when a god is murdered? Not on a celestial battlefield, but on a dusty road, under an uncaring sun. What happens when a being of pure divine self-belief is shown that he is nothing? This is the secret history of Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans. Not the story of his pride, but the chronicle of his death. He had always known he was divine. It was the first truth he ever learned. The legend of the Super Saiyan was not a myth to be discovered, but a divinity to be reclaimed. When he finally achieved it, through sheer force of will, it was his apotheosis. Golden light was his halo. The raw power of the cosmos was his scepter. He had ascended. He wasn't a Super Saiyan. He was the God King of his race, manifest. And then he met the God Killer. Android 18 was not a warrior. She was a cosmic blasphemy, an entity that looked upon his divine radiance and was utterly unimpressed. The confrontation that followed was not a duel, it was a deicide. She did not fight him, she erased him. His divine power, his holy rage, it all broke against her casual indifference. The execution was swift, brutal, and public. His own son, his disciple, watched the god fall from the heavens. The god is dead. Now, the trauma begins. He flies, not in retreat, but in a funeral procession for one, seeking a worthy place to bury himself. He finds a desolate plateau, a cosmic headstone. As the sky prepares his funeral shroud, he simply stands, a monument to his own demise. The silence that follows is not peace, it is the absolute stillness of the tomb. He is a king in a crypt, an empty vessel where a soul once burned.
I am the Prince of all Saiyans. Why? Why couldn't I beat her? I am the mightiest. It's not fair. How can this be happening? I'm a Super Saiyan, and she's just a machine, an android. It's impossible.
His gaze lifts to the storm, and the final seal breaks. A tear, the mortal liquor of grief, escapes the eye of a fallen deity. And then comes the death rattle, a scream of pure spiritual obliteration, the scream of a god realizing it was never a god at all. On this day, Super Vegeta was murdered. But in the deep, secret trauma of that death, in that unmarked grave of pride, the first seed of the man he would become was sown in blood and rain.